Enterprise leaders face a severe intelligence bottleneck. Organizations generate petabytes of valuable data daily, but intelligence remains trapped in siloed departments and chaotic storage systems. Large language models seem like the obvious extraction tool. The theoretical goal is to point an AI at this vast repository to instantly surface insights, summarize decades of contracts, and map out strategic trends. Deploying public LLMs directly against internal corporate networks introduces two immediate deal breakers: the statistical certainty of the AI hallucinating facts and the catastrophic risk of leaking proprietary secrets to external servers. Traditional enterprise search tools fail here as well. They return keyword matches and document links, but they cannot read, cross-reference, or reason across complex, unstructured texts. Resolving this requires moving beyond standard search algorithms or public chat interfaces. Organizations must deploy a cognitive architecture. True enterprise AI requires a system capable of human-like deductive reasoning, entirely contained within a structurally impermeable digital vault. Google's NotebookLM Enterprise implements this through a closed-loop retrieval-augmented generation, or RAG, architecture. RAG overrides the AI's base training. It draws a strict perimeter around specific uploaded corporate documents, forcing the model to process queries exclusively from that verified data pool. The reasoning engine is completely isolated. It connects only to documents inside the designated trust boundary. Public LLMs generate responses by guessing the next most probable word based on the entire open internet. By restricting the AI's worldview to the RAG perimeter, the architecture eliminates hallucinations. If the data is not physically present inside the box, the AI is structurally incapable of referencing it. Establishing this boundary converts a creative text generator into a highly accurate, verifiable analytical engine. This chart breaks down the operational scale of the platform. Looking specifically at the right column for the enterprise tier, the infrastructure supports 500 individual notebooks per user, with each notebook capable of ingesting up to 300 distinct source files. At maximum capacity, a single enterprise notebook can hold a localized knowledge base of roughly 150 million words. This accommodates entire R&D patent libraries, or decades of legal contracts within a single querying environment. However, system architects must navigate a strict constraint within the AI's context window. There is a hard token limit of 500,000 words per source document. When a single file exceeds this threshold, the system reads up to the limit. The remaining text is discarded entirely. The AI becomes completely blind to any information residing in the final pages of these truncated megadocuments. Total storage capacity is irrelevant if the individual files are not structured to fit safely inside the model's active working memory. Organizations naturally hesitate to upload sensitive intellectual property into cloud platforms, fearing their data will be absorbed to train future foundational models. NotebookLM Enterprise operates under a strict zero-data training policy. Queries, uploads, and outputs are never used to train global models, and platform engineers are restricted by a no-human review mandate. For maximum compliance, the architecture supports virtual private cloud service controls. Think of this as a digital moat wrapped securely around your cloud resources. This neutralizes insider threats. An employee attempting to pull intelligence onto an unauthorized device will be immediately blocked. The ultimate failsafe for highly sensitive operations is the implementation of customer-managed encryption keys, or CMEK. With CMEK enabled, the enterprise holds the exclusive encryption key. The cloud service provider has zero independent access to the data. In the event of a catastrophic network breach or a targeted legal mandate, an organization can instantly revoke their key. The moment that key is pulled, all intelligence inside the NotebookLM environment scrambles into unreadable static. The data becomes mathematically useless to everyone, including cloud administrators. True enterprise AI security relies on holding the only detonator to your intelligence framework. The system natively integrates with Google Workspace via access inheritance. When a user attempts to upload a file from Google Drive into a notebook, the architecture verifies their existing permissions. If they lack the authorization to open the original document, the AI refuses to ingest it. The integration challenge scales up when enterprises attempt to connect NotebookLM to external, constantly updating platforms like Salesforce or SAP. NotebookLM's RAG architecture currently operates on static snapshots. It does not maintain a live, real-time connection to external database tables. When a CRM is queried, the data pulled into a notebook reflects the exact second of upload. If live revenue continues to tick upwards, the snapshot inside the notebook remains frozen in the past. Architects must engineer around this by setting up automated API batch updates. By writing scripts that push fresh CRM summaries into the designated notebooks every night at midnight, sales teams guarantee their AI assistants are analyzing current intelligence the following morning. Generative AI relies entirely on the data pipelines built around it to stay grounded in present reality. The most common point of failure during IT deployment is the giant notebook fallacy, the instinct to dump every piece of corporate data, from HR policies to back-end code, into one space. Forcing an AI to navigate entirely unrelated data architectures simultaneously degrades its reasoning capabilities and leads to severe context confusion. A successful deployment requires strict compartmentalization. Organizations must build targeted knowledge bases, separated by department, project, or access level. Project managers utilize shared notebooks to curate specific datasets, acting as librarians, who organize labels and access rights before rolling the hub out to their internal teams. A highly functional AI architecture mirrors a highly secure company. Information access is strictly limited to need to know. Building and maintaining a proprietary RAG architecture requires dedicated engineering salaries, constant patching, and server costs. NotebookLM Enterprise deploys that same structural methodology for $9 per user per month. But the primary financial return for the C-suite lies in risk mitigation. By forcing the AI to operate strictly within the bounds of corporate data, organizations reclaim the human hours traditionally wasted fact-checking hallucinations from public chatbots. The system builds trust through inline citations. When the AI generates a report, analysts can click a citation number, and the system instantly highlights the exact source sentence from the original uploaded document. Software deployment alone is insufficient. Organizations must invest in targeted change management, training their workforce to structure prompts, build custom personas, and manage access rights. The true value of enterprise AI relies on its constraints. Speed is irrelevant unless the insights generated can be mathematically proven against your own data.